My name's Marty Kuhar. I'm a retired Lieutenant Colonel from the United States Army, and I am the chairman of the Veterans Committee of the Cambria County War Memorial. I'm also on the authority, and primarily what we do is take care of all veterans and military aspects of this great building. It's certainly a historical building, but keep in mind it's a building that provides family entertainment while honoring veterans. And with that, this year, 2020, we will be celebrating our 70th years of the opening from 1950. And what we're doing today is giving a tour of mostly the veterans aspect of this historical building. The beginnings of 1st Summer Marine at Cambria County War Memorial started during World War II. During the war, the people of Cambria County, actually in the beginning, people from Johnstown, knew they had to build some sort of monument for World War II and their veterans. And it started in 1943, and of course with the war ending in late 45 and 46, they had various committees to plan this memorial. They had fund drives in 1947 and 1949, and it was decided even as early as 1946 that the monument would be a living monument. It has been from the very beginning, and it continues to be, a family affair monument to honor veterans. It's meant to provide family entertainment while honoring veterans. And it opened, they had their groundbreaking in 1949, and it opened in the fall of 1950. And for 70 years, in fact this is the 70th anniversary, we've been providing that family entertainment while honoring the veterans. One of the main things that the Veterans Committee has on a daily basis, of course, is our museum. And everything within the museum has been either donated to us or we've gotten at various times. Such as, rifles, we have 5. Currently, we have 3 more to be placed. We just went through the 100th anniversary of Michael Strank, so we have a big display on Sergeant Strank. A bust of Buzz Wagner, the first air race of the World War II, and various, if you look at all of the various display cases, various things that you almost have to read. And as if I go into here, again, more and more things that you almost have to be here to look at them and to read. Everything from primarily World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and the current wars and terrorism. And with that, a lot of these things are somewhat priceless, and we go out of our way to really ensure, that they're well kept, and the place is always locked, mostly open during hockey games or events where we have a volunteer curator here. So we never open it unless we have a curator or someone within the Veterans Committee, just to protect the things. Going into this room, certainly mannequins with uniforms of various wars. Same thing, various uniforms hanging on the wall here. One thing, with all the donations, the vast majority of what we get are uniforms, and we can only display so many. But we tell everybody we'll protect them, and we keep a lot in storage. Same thing here. More, again, everything from newspaper articles to a donation on models to things. This is primarily Vietnam, and a full filled pack what a person would have in their duffel bag, besides some rare books, things that are historic in nature, which we keep on display. And again, we have more, but we can only display only so much. So our main volunteer curator is Walter McKinney, and he's been here right from the very beginning. So with that, you'll usually see Warren on all the various hockey games, especially in between periods and prior to and after the game. So And again, you'll see various, it goes on and on and on, the things that we have and the various memorabilia and the safeguarding things from families that are very important to them, because these are their family's history. And we take this very serious, that we will protect them. And that's what we do. Another area that the Veterans Committee is quite involved with is every 2 or 3 years we have an induction ceremony of Cambria counties who have distinguished themselves in the military. So thus we have the Cambria County War Memorial's Military Hall of Fame. Right now we have 57 members, pretty tough to get into. And to get into the Military Hall of Fame, you either had to win the Medal of Honor, which we in Cambria County have 8, or get the second line in the most distinguished of the Courageous or Valor Awards is either Distinguished Service Cross or the Navy Cross, and also or who have done something in the line of duty that has brought a lot of recognition to Cambria County, such as the raising of the flag at Iwo Jima by Sergeant Michael Strank, or in the case of Lieutenant George Muslin, who during World War II coordinated the largest air rescue out of Yugoslavia in the history of the United States. Or we have 3 congressmen, all distinguished themselves in the military prior to becoming our congressmen: Colonel Coffey, Captain John Saylor, and Colonel John Murtha. We've had people who've had various important people that people recognize, like Duffy Daugherty, famous football coach, but also he was a POW during the war, or George Ludwig, who discovered ultrasounds, or it goes on and on and on. So the people that are in the Military Hall of Fame are people who have done extraordinary things. And what we do, we have the main plaque here, but if we could go into the arena area, this will take a second. As we induct them, also we will have a bigger thing on their history, and in all the openings going into the arena seating. Okay, like this one has 4, and most do have 4 going in. Now we have 5 scheduled for this year, 5 more inductees, and we were planning on doing a September 19th, but of course we had to cancel due to coronavirus. But we'll still announce the 5 inductees and not have the induction ceremony until April, May of 2021. And we have various other things even in the lobby itself, such as the kiosk. And you can see, get a story of, say, Mike Strank, or you'll have the museum, you'll have those in the Military Hall of Fame. We have the seat plaque system, where you can buy a seat plaque, honor a veteran or a loved one for $50, and we put it on the seat. So with that, all these things are on an ongoing basis. The arena itself is the holder of the war deaths from World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, the First Persian Gulf War, and the current wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. For example, this wall here has the 863 Cambria counties that were killed in World War II. One county, 863 individuals that gave their life for our country. We can go to the right here, 201 Cambria Countians that were killed in World War I, with a World War I display in front of them, by the way. And off to the other side of the arena, we have, to the left, 77 Cambria Countians were killed in the Korean War. 72 Cambria Countians were killed in the Vietnam War, to include a Captain Harry Kramer, who was the first GI or military person killed in Vietnam in the entire United States Army, and he was from Johnstown. Okay, we had 2 in the First Desert Storm War or First Persian Gulf War, and of course 8 currently in the wars with Afghanistan and Iraq. So we're very conscious of the war death, because it's over 1,000, well over 1,000, of our Cambria counties who have given their life from World War I. In other words, the 20th and into the 21st century. The Veterans Committee of the War Memorial, we planned and dedicated this Veterans Park, Veterans Memorial Park, in 2005. And of course, the centerpiece is the Veterans Monument, where it honors all veterans of all services, of all eras. Other things within the park itself, we have the statue dedicated to John Murtha, and this was donated by the Murtha Statue Committee, which was part of the Veterans Committee. And with that, he had done so much for veterans in his 36 years as congressman, we felt this would be the perfect place for the Murtha statue to be. Other things, and I would like to point out, all of the landscaping and the planting and the taking care of the park is by George Milkey and his organization and his landscaping business. They're just top notch. In fact, right now with the coronavirus and a short staff at the arena, we primarily have the landscaping being done by George Milkey, and with additional financial help by Elmer Laszlo of First Summit Bank at no cost to the arena and or the Veterans Committee. One last thing I'd like to point out, if I may, within the park itself, is we have the POW MIA fountain. And every year, right outside here, we'll have a short ceremony to honor all POWs and MIAs, prisoners of war and missing in action from all the wars. And in fact, the one for this year is scheduled for September the 18th. So these are the various things we keep. Certainly we have a flag. All the flags are of the various services, our 5 services. Also the flame, which is due to having a gas line, is difficult to see during the day, but 24 hours a day, that flame hasn't gone out in years, and it'll continue to do so. Just this past year in 2020, we had a famous artist from Florida, who was originally from this area, Tracy Krupa, do us a mural, and we wanted it to be, certainly military and veterans oriented. And so with that, her idea was to honor veterans by the large American eagle, and above it, of course, the symbols of the 5 military services. And especially with our connection of Sergeant Michael Strank from Franklin with the raising of the flag at Iwo Jima, we felt we should have the raising of the flag at Iwo Jima. And to our left, those are it was a joint venture between the Veterans Committee of the War Memorial here and the University of Pittsburgh and Johnstown. So with that, can't say enough about UPJ and their thing. And plus we had other organizations that pitched in. So with that, we're quite lucky to have this mural, and needless to say, as you're coming down 56, it's something that definitely will catch your eye.